I should investigate. Revelio.
Trolls are formed in all of our sides. Keybridge is quickly becoming uninhabitable.
Times used to be so much simpler, didn't they? There's so much to worry about now.
Hearing those old fairy tales like Babbity Rabbity takes me back to sitting by the fire, hot beer in hand.
Revelio. I know what that means. Merlin trial. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Fascinating. Beside the end.
You'll enjoy your time in Irondale. Shame about Porrick's sister.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. himself would be proud.
Jack, I'm not going to talk about work here. You know that. Stupid boy. No. I refuse.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Why the fuck is he talking about? Oh.
Oh!
Your helm? Well, thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions. I know who my friends are now, don't I? Not quiet enough.
What the fuck?
Too late for you to learn the error of your ways. Revelio.
Oh, no matter, sweet fuck. I can if you want. If I call the police on you, get you arrested for something.
Lumos.
I don't even need to go in here. I don't know what I'm doing. Message me on Snapchat, you donut. Oh, are you? Oh. You're hiding. Right. From who?
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Now you should be able to travel to and from Feldcroft in an instant. If you see dear Anne Sallow, please do give her my best.
Thanks, talking statue. Oi, don't get stuck in traffic like me. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, I get that. Stacy, yuck. We go there. Well, yeah, actually, it's addictive. It's ridiculously good.
Oh, it's you! What a pleasant surprise.
Oh wow, they're expensive.
Now,
Some
you let me know if
fucking
there's anything else I can help
seeds.
you with. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Jack, the only thing that I found about this game I don't like. Oh, there actually is nothing to do with Harry Potter in any way. Apart from you just sort of know what everything is based off of the film. Like the animals and stuff like that. The only thing that winds me up about this game, I will show you. Probably going to get myself banned off of TikTok for this.
That's so ridiculous. I saw what you did. Ha! I've no tolerance for thieves. Hand them back.
Hand what back, sir? We've not took a thing.
Hand them back.
There's nothing to give, sir. It was only the one. That's all of them, sir. Honestly, I swear.
How many times are you pair going to keep pilfering my shop?
I swear it was just those ones, sir. Promise, sir. We'd never
Rebellion.
I tell you this, they'll not appreciate your release in Azkaban. You just wait till I see your mother.
Oh, he's going to go see the mother, is he? Now, if you like open world games, it's well worth it. And it looks fucking gorgeous. How have I ended up here? Yeah, Jack, do you want to see the only thing that winds me up?
Ah, glad you came.
Jack, listen to this woman's voice.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again.
Is that
But I hope
voice
you
not
will be.
completely wrong?
Whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
Hello.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aiden the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aiden passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process.
It's
A
really
box,
irritating, isn't it?
full of old letters and such.
I
I'll
can't
try to
talk to
go
you
and see
anymore,
her when
silly
I
woman.
can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aiden was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of
Okay,
Hogsmeade.
shut up.
Please do give Dot my love.
Give Dot the love. Oh. Yeah, it's the most irritating thing. The voice does not match the person. Can I go in here yet? Oh, I can.
Hello, Homura.
Revelio.
Is that it? Is there nothing else in here? Uh-huh. Oh, for God's sake. Jack, there's a guy in here, the caretaker, Mr. Moon. He's he's afraid of something, and I can't work out whether he's afraid of moons or not. Okay, bye. You fucking won't. Wait. Don't even spell it out.
Revelio.
I have been drawn to...
Hello, Homura.
I do always like a stroll about tonight.
Revelio.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
on in and have a look around. No touching if you have sticky fingers. If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
All the latest wizarding news right here.
The victim of a symphonic school. If Mr. Pickett hadn't had freshly brewed cure for
I'd rather spend cool. If it weren't for the cost of things these days, I'd be able to take a holiday somewhere.
Unicorn blood will keep you alive. What's more powerful than the dark arts? Not even love, I reckon.
Levioso and Stupefy combined should pretend brute in their case.
I wouldn't trade my wand for all the chunky average in China.
My first employment was at Huntington's. Stop there, I was. I did put on a bit of weight, though.
I was in there the other day, nearly lost a finger. Smuggle money makes no
Hasn't been
sense to
anyone
me
as
at
bad
all.
as Barnabas Dudley in a while, has there?
Give me good old-fashioned gallons and pickles in blood.
In for a canut, in for a galleon.
Muggles have made life hard for us since the dawn of dark arts.
I was getting a lot more straight from Hogwarts students this year, what with Quidditch being cancelled. Poor children have nothing else to do with their spare time.
Romney Gaunt was the sort who'd slay her own mother.
It's no wonder Carol's so exhausted all the time. I shall pour myself a firework through the minute I get home and bask in the glorious peace of a childless abode.
Wish I'd had him when I was at Hogwarts.
I so enjoy chatting to Thomas Brown, but I'll never understand his fixation with Muggle Christmas carols. Perhaps it's the antiquated language that fascinates him, or the melodious tunes.
Ellie Peck certainly knows her beat. Stop me from blindly buying
If I thought I could complete this corona, I'd open my own pub in Hogsmeade.
On second thought, I'd rather be the one drinking the fire whiskey than pouring it.
We treated our house elf quite well. She had her own chocolates. They were in the cellar, but you could still see, and they were her very own.
What I like about Jack the Trap is that he's shifty as a muffler, and you can tell him that to his face.
Captain of the Chuckley Cannon is the way he goes on.
I'm forever at the Three Broomsticks, I am. I enjoy a nice beverage. Then I find myself still there hours late to chatting away
a few
just
more
around
house elves in my
No
house.
Lady the headmaster cancelled Quidditch. Being an officer,
Did you know they call muggles no magic in America?
dark art.
Just say this out loud, tickles me.
Found just the book on poltergeists I was looking for the other day at Tomes and Scrolls. No idea where that man finds his inventory, but it's marvellous.
I was standing behind a till counting the
Did
knuckles
I
and
see
sickles
you
instead of
visiting Godrod looking smitten with rosy hill the other day? I wonder if Augustus knows his work is sweet on his daughter.
see it happen in your own mind.
What do you suppose muggles would make about dependence upon house elves?
We treated our house elf quite well. She had her own favourites. It's no wonder parents were celebrate all the time, and they were her very own. I should pour myself a fire whiskey the minute I get home and bask in the glorious peace of a childless abode.
I know someone who grew up with three house elves. Never had to tie a shoelace or fill a gun in his life. I mean, there's nowhere more beautiful.
I think you can all agree that mothers lack the magical ability they make up for.
Casting away the siblings he was to
I wouldn't mind a job at that alchemist centre in Egypt. Always been a little impatient and light.
I was looking for impossible to find book on werewolves. You are quite. And he found a copy for me before the next full moon. To look scared.
I'm used to catching a few glances.
Sometimes I wonder if we really need to step
Not a fan of the hogsheading myself. Shady not knows about most of the time.
I've dined in your house, and I can say that the experience would have been much more pleasant had you had a house elf in the
I
kitchen.
don't think anyone at the least worth a day in their life to sit on the
I didn't know that. I'd say one had been swiftly burned.
I miss the old credit goldfish.
I dread the day months it's a good thing we have oars. They'll be asking for favours round the clock. I think I have a swing from
Go down quickly, that's it.
the tails of Beetle the Bard. No need to worry about anyone ever activating the trait at my house. Can't get my children to lift a finger, let alone a wand.
Augustus Hill's eye when it comes to fashion, truly. But I do wonder if he doesn't try to oversell it. I left Gladrags last week with 4 hats, and I only went in for 3.
The tales of Beetle the Bard stolen through today.
The mind that hunts with a different smile.
The Quidditch castles at Hogwarts.
And I told him to make sure he goes down and not with magic.
Could have sworn I saw one of the Hogwarts ghosts wandering near the graveyard the other day. I do know that more families don't have themselves.
I'd rather scrape cauldrons than work with muggles.
I'd take up herbology if it didn't involve so much dung.
I will say that I was relieved to have my family help about when I was younger. The checking for that was clear the doxies and the curtains of each spring.
Something I might call. What's more powerful than the dark arts? Not even love, I reckon.
They'll learn eventually. For years, my mother did anything my daughter wanted.
I was
She did.
counting money.
Had a bit of a
I'd
rude
love this
awakening
job
in
at
her
Gringotts
first days
if I
at
didn't have to
Hogwarts.
pay one of those
No one
rickety
takes
carts
her
down the
into
place.
every whim.
Nearly almost
Sorry for
the
a
first time I
there's
heard
never
one.
been a team like this year's canon.
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before. Deke thinks...
Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Revelio. You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Hey. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never! I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met on my first day at Hogwarts, in the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves any time soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's lawyers will realize they should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig for this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book. Who's there? I will make you pay. Vegetation does not belong in battle. I won't make you.
Expelliarmus.
Let's get it going. You've made your last mistake. I was right not to be worried about you. How nice is it? Rather unwise coming back this way. Stop it! You are postponing the inevitable! Oh, I'm enjoying this. No! Someone here. It's truly I won't rest. No! I will make you pay.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Reparo.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everyone.
Revelio.
Whose home was this?
Bit abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the Keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Is it connected to our common room?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
What are you up to now?
Of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
understand your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Oh, hello. I'm Amit. We met in potions class. I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
this was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stars.
The perfect night for...
Oh, I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally
Lumos.
marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure. A few cobwebs.
Could break them. More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, I mean.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon. Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
get any more cozy than Hogsmeade.
Over here, quietly. I am glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And one other thing. Harlow mentioned you to his colleagues. They did not mistake you for someone else, did they?
No, they didn't. Rookwood and Harlow are after me.
Why did you lie to me? And what do they want with a Hogwarts student?
Professor Fig told me to keep things quiet, but I know I can trust you, Natty. Rookwood and Harlow want something Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before I came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know it's a lot to take in.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it's safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, and we can help to take them down for good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Perhaps something.
Wingardium
with the
Leviosa.
Force.
Reparo.
I wonder what that does.
Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Arresto Momentum. Depulso.
That did it.
Arresto Momentum. Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Levioso.
I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty. Dead end. That looks as if it might raise the gate.
Arresto Momentum. Leviosa. Depulso. Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Arresto momentum. Leviosa! Depulso! Accio!
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door. That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hallow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah! Restrain the beast! Yeah.
Highwing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get these things back now!
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blasted! There's got to be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere. I hope Natty stays out of trouble.
I tell you this. Hogwarts is lucky they've got the...
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Leviosa!
Not the safest place to sneak into.
I dream of making a better world. For me. It seems we may have an intruder in our midst.
You'd better be a beast.
Come out before I find you. I did always like a polite battle.
Ha ha! Time to teach someone a lesson!
Something's not right here.
Is that you, Roylance?
This had better not be a trick.
You want to talk of romance? Last time I saw you with a rose was when you stuck your finger on one trying to hide a sack of galleons.
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
Hello, Hamora. I hope Natty's having an easier time of it. Hello, Hamora.
You're going home in a wooden box! No! Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Beasts were made to be skinned and eaten.
Loud as a troll you are!
There's no Dallas. Hello, Hamora. No, Deke was right. We need to save you from these barbarians. Revelio. Highwing. It's all right. There we go.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello, Omar.
Hurry! Ho! Ho! There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Hallow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Hallow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Faster, Highwing! Slow down now. There we go. Highwing, go!
Wizard who is being harassed by Hallow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Hallow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
Faster, Highwing!
Have a moment,
Please stop by the room of requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
Incendio! Arrest all remaining. Also! Leviosa! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Not so tricky after all, Merlin. Highwing! Go! No need to race now, my friend. Faster, Highwing! Slow down now. There we go. Away, Highwing! Away!
Send many owls for myself.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that, Deke has had a thought. He... Seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave, and Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
I understand. Leave it to me, Deke. I'll find Tobbs for you.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.